It's time to break the internet with my review of Wreck-It Ralph Breaks the Internet. Hi everybody and welcome to Hritsko Reviews, where I review the most recent movies that have come out. This week I'm talking about Wreck-It Ralph Breaks the Internet. This is the sequel to Disney's 2012 Wreck-It Ralph. I know, it came out 6 years ago? That's crazy, right? I couldn't believe it either whenever the characters kept talking about it. So if you don't know, Wreck-It Ralph and Vanellope are two characters that are stuck in an arcade. They wake up every day, watch the sunrise, go to work every day in their respective video games, and hit the root beer bar after work. That's all fine with Ralph, but Vanellope wants something a little bit more out of life. Let's move the story a little bit forward, and Vanellope's game breaks. Well, after the internet is installed, Ralph and Vanellope must venture online to find a way to fix her game. And that opens a massive world. It's so cool to see how Disney personifies the internet with all the avatars and websites and everything going on. They personify the pop-ups as these annoying little critters who just go, hey, look at me, look at me, look at me. And the avatars are just little versions of us who are streaming online. And I love that part of Wreck-It Ralph too, but the part that I didn't really like was how a lot of this was very stereotypical. And you'll see this in a lot of internet movies with typical cliches and everything about who uses the internet. The one trope that drives me nuts is how YouTube is only about watching cat videos. That trope was over in 2012, okay? Let's get over it, move on, stop talking about cat videos on YouTube. Yes, they're there, but that's not all of what YouTube is about now. Sorry, rant over. Back to Ralph and Vanellope. So the two have to find a part for Vanellope's game, and they also have to find a way to pay for it. And the best way to do that, of course, is through online services. So the two venture out and they actually go their separate ways, which starts a little drift between the characters because Vanellope wants something more out of life when Ralph just wants to go back to how things are. And that adventure is okay. I mean, you see all these different parts of the internet that, you see every single day. And that's kind of what I don't like about this movie though, was I feel like this movie will not age well. You see all these memes that are happening right now in 2018. But what happens in 2019 whenever there are all these new memes and things going on online? The one thing is the floss. And I still can't do this, but Ralph finds a way to do it and break the internet. And what happens whenever kids move on from that? It's just going to get old and not age well. Now, I think this is a better version of the Emoji Movie that came out a couple of years ago, but I just don't think that Ralph pushed it to the limit. You get a nice relationship between Ralph and Vanellope, but that's really all that's there. A couple of new characters are introduced, such as Shank, who is actually played by Gal Gadot, which I didn't even realize until after the movie. And she's a cool new character, but the characters that were from the original movie, there's no reason for them to even be there. I just kind of found them useless and just there to fill a void. And that's what a lot of this movie does, is it just fills up space. Like, this movie was probably 20 minutes too long and it was under 2 hours, and that's really not good in my opinion. There was one point where I thought the movie is over and we still probably had 20 or 30 minutes left, and that's kind of why I didn't like this movie as much as the first one. Now, I loved the first one. In fact, I thought it was one of the best movies that year, and it caught me by surprise, like, a lot. Like, it's one of my favorite Disney movies ever. Wreck-It Ralph 2 just doesn't do it for me. That's why I have to say Ralph Breaks the Internet just tastes microwaved. There's nothing that special about it, and I just really don't think it will age well. But am I completely wrong? Do you think something other than I do? I want to know what your thoughts are on Wreck-It Ralph Breaks the Internet. Please let me know in the comments below. If you want to be updated on the latest movies that come out to theaters, make sure you subscribe to my channel so you can be updated about the latest movie reviews and what I thought about all of them. Thanks for watching.